We all remember sitting in school, wide-eyed, absorbing everything the teacher said like it was absolute truth. Dinosaurs were cold-blooded. Pluto was a planet. Your tongue had taste zones. And if you cracked your knuckles, you'd definitely get arthritis. But fast forward to today, and it turns out a lot of what we learned was hilariously wrong. In this video, we're diving into the facts we were all taught in school that have since been completely debunked. Some are outdated, some were oversimplified, and others, well, they were never true to begin with. If you enjoy this mind-bending trip, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos that question what we know. Let's explore the weird, funny, and downright wrong things we thought we knew, and uncover the truth behind them. Let's get started. Here's one we've all heard. You only use 10% of your brain. Sound familiar? It was taught in science class, said in movies, and probably used to sell you a brain-boosting app or two. But in reality, it's complete nonsense. Brain scans have shown that we use nearly every part of our brain, even when we're sleeping. There's no magical 90% sitting unused, waiting to be unlocked. And if there was, evolution probably wouldn't have bothered building it. So, no, you don't have a secret superpower hidden away. But the good news is, your brain is already working full-time, even when you're zoning out watching YouTube. Remember the diagram in the textbook showing your tongue as a map? Sweet in the front, salty and sour on the sides, bitter in the back, no flavor in the middle. You may have even tested it with lemon juice or salt. But guess what? That tongue map is wildly inaccurate. Every part of your tongue can detect all 5 basic tastes: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Though some areas are slightly more sensitive. The original map was based on a mistranslation of a 1901 German paper, so all those years avoiding the tip of the tongue for bitter foods, totally unnecessary. This one haunted kids everywhere. You crack your knuckles once, and suddenly you're warned about a life of painful arthritis. But science has since given us some relief. Cracking your knuckles doesn't cause arthritis. In fact, a doctor named Donald Unger tested it on himself for over 60 years, cracking the knuckles on one hand but not the other. No arthritis, no difference, just one hand that got all the fun. Turns out the sound comes from gas bubbles in the joint fluid, not bones grinding, so crack away. Just maybe not in a silent classroom. We were all taught that humans have 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. But that's only part of the story. Scientists today recognize up to 20 different senses, including balance, temperature, pain, hunger, and even proprioception, your sense of where your body is in space. There's even a sense for detecting levels of carbon dioxide in your blood. So next time someone says use your 5 senses, feel free to correct them, gently of course. For decades, we were told dinosaurs were just big lizards, slow, cold-blooded reptiles. But modern paleontology says, nope, many dinosaurs were likely warm-blooded, or at least had some warm-blooded traits, and some of them had feathers. Yes, feathers. Your T-Rex may have been more bird-like than you think. In fact, birds are now considered the closest living relatives of dinosaurs. So next time you see a pigeon, remember, you're looking at a tiny flying cousin of a velociraptor. Another school favorite, humans evolved from apes. That's close, but not quite. Humans didn't evolve modern apes. Instead, we share a common ancestor with them. That ancestor lived millions of years ago and branched into different species, some leading to modern humans and others to chimpanzees and gorillas. So we didn't evolve from chimps. We're more like cousins on the same family tree. Still, it's wild to think your great-great-great-great, you get the idea, was swinging from trees. Every October, school kids celebrated Columbus Day with paper hats and awkward plays. But here's the thing. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. He never even set foot on the mainland of what is now the United States. And he wasn't the first European here either. That honor goes to Leif Erikson, a Norse explorer who landed in Newfoundland nearly 500 years earlier. And of course, indigenous peoples had been living across the continent for thousands of years before either of them showed up. So yes, Columbus made waves, but discovery? That's debatable. This one felt impressive. A structure so massive you could see it from outer space. Except, you can't. At least not with the naked eye. Astronauts have confirmed that the Great Wall is extremely difficult to see without magnification. And even then, only under perfect conditions. Why? It's narrow, blends with the terrain, and not nearly as visible as things like roads, cities, or airports. So yes, the wall is great, but it's not exactly a cosmic landmark. We were told lightning is unpredictable. It strikes once and moves on. But in reality, lightning loves repeat customers. Tall buildings like the Empire State Building get struck dozens of times a year. Lightning follows paths of least resistance, and if something tall and metal is in the way, it'll go for it again and again. So if you're near a lightning rod, maybe back away, just in case. Another classic. There's a dark side of the moon that we never see. Sounds spooky, but it's not true. The moon is tidally locked, which means the same side always faces Earth. But that doesn't mean the other side is always dark. It gets just as much sunlight. We just don't see it from down here. So yes, there's a far side of the moon. But it's not always in the dark, it's just out of sight. Blind as a bat, they said, but bats, not even close to blind. Most bats have decent vision, and some even see in low light better than humans. They also use echolocation, bouncing sound waves off objects, to navigate in total darkness. So next time someone calls you blind as a bat, take it as a compliment. You're basically a flying sonar machine. This myth is so persistent, it deserves a second mention. We get it, the idea is cool. But just to recap, no, the Great Wall of China isn't easily visible from space. Not unless you've got a zoom lens, a clear day, and perfect lighting. But don't feel bad. Even some school textbooks got this one wrong for decades. We've all looked at our arms and seen blue veins. So naturally, school taught us, oxygen-rich blood is red and oxygen-poor blood is blue. But your blood? It's always red. Veins look blue because of how light penetrates the skin and reflects back to your eyes. So inside your body, even deoxygenated blood has a dark red hue. Never blue. Sorry, Smurfs. Chew gum, swallow it, wait 7 years. Nope. Swallowed gum passes through your digestive system just like other food. Although your body can't digest the gum base itself, it doesn't stick around for years. It exits, naturally. Still, maybe don't make swallowing gum a habit. Sounds creepy, right? You die, but your hair and nails just keep on going. Not quite. After death, your skin dehydrates and shrinks, which makes nails and hair longer, but they're not actually growing. It's an optical illusion, not some horror movie plot. This one probably ruined a lot of childhood pool parties. You eat, then you sit on the edge of the pool, waiting and waiting. Because if you swim right after, you'll cramp up and drown, right? Wrong. There's no scientific basis for this. While your body does divert some blood to digestion, it's not enough to cause dangerous cramps that'll sink you. So go ahead, eat and swim. Just maybe not at the exact same time. Absolutely false. This myth spread like wildfire, but it has no basis in reality. Spiders don't crawl into your mouth at night. They're not interested. And your breath, heartbeat, and movement are all things spiders avoid. The number of spiders you swallow in your lifetime? Probably 0. Unless you're eating them on purpose, which is a whole different video. Chameleons do change color, but not to match their surroundings like stealthy shapeshifters. They change color to regulate body temperature, communicate with other chameleons, or show their mood. So that chameleon turning bright red? He's not hiding. He's showing off. Still cool, just not camouflage. So, how many of these facts did you once believe? The truth is, science changes. History updates. And what we learn in school is often simplified to make it easier to teach. That's not a bad thing. It's just a starting point. What matters most is staying curious, asking questions, and being open to the idea that even the most basic truths can turn out to be totally, hilariously wrong. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this mind-bending trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos that question what we know. And remember, the next fact you hear might be tomorrow's myth. See you in the next one.